So Tunde, when was the last time you saw your children?
About a year, I saw my first son.
Okay. And what happened? What happened? How did they leave how did they leave?
I went to work. I came back. When I came back, I discovered that the woman has eloped with my 3 boys. Then I called the police. Then police intervened, and later on, police called me back that the woman is staying in the house of her younger sister
The
in
woman
Liverpool.
that is Rose Okafor, who is on this whose picture is there. That's your wife,
Ex-wife.
ex-wife. So this woman who brought her to the UK.
I was one that brought her with my 3 boys from Nigeria to UK. I sponsored the whole thing.
Which year did you bring them to the UK?
2019.
So you brought your wife and 3 children to the UK in 2019.
Yes.
And one day you came back from work, your wife and your 3 children, they've disappeared.
When I brought her to UK in 2019, less than 1 year, she eloped with my children.
Okay. So before she went away with your children, the day you were leaving for work, the last time you saw them in the house, did you have any suspicion that that was going to be the last day you will see your children in your house?
I never suspected any movement. I was surprised. When I came, I saw nobody. Before I called the police. So I never suspected any. It was like I was taken unaware.
Okay. So you mentioned before that you suspected that Pastor Solomon in Liverpool was having an affair with your wife.
I suspected strongly that Pastor Solomon, who later helped her to get a house. In fact, Solomon helped her to get a house. Then I called Solomon. You call yourself a pastor, and you are helping a married woman to live as aside from her matrimonial home. What type of pastor are you? It was a very hot debate on telephone. So I was not happy with Solomon. That's okay.
Okay. So before you brought your wife to the UK in 2019, how did you and this woman meet?
As somebody that I want to marry, I was in Italy. I was in Bergamo. I asked one of my friends that I need a wife. Then my friend introduced me to this lady.
So which year did your friend introduce you to Rose?
I can say from 2003.
2003. So you flew back. So you have Italian passports. You flew to Nigeria in 2003, 2004 to marry Rose.
The time I flew to Nigeria, I hadn't got Italian passport. I was having stay permit.
Okay.
Called sojourn.
Okay.
That allowed me to go to Nigeria and come back. I got my Italian passport 2017.
Okay. Did you do any due diligence before you married Rose?
What do you mean by diligence? I don't know what to do.
You asked people to go and check to find out if she's
Yes. I asked my people, I asked my brothers that they should go and inquire and do some and study the lady, psychological and other ones, They gave me a pass mark. They said, no, this lady is good, this, that. I said, okay, that I'm coming home because of her. Then I came to Nigeria. I married her.
So when you married her, what was she doing in Nigeria before you brought her to the UK in 2019?
Virtually, I kept her as a housewife. She didn't earn. She was not earning any money. She was in my house. I was feeding her with the children. Nothing. She earned no kobo. Then, because she's my wife, I bought her a Mercedes 190 so that it will help her to be taking my children to school.
So she completely, you were the one that was responsible for her when she was in Nigeria.
If there's anything more than 100%, yes.
Okay. So why did you decide to bring her and your 3 children tonight to the UK?
In my own little understanding, I thought that bringing my children here to have Western education, because I did not have such notion, such idea when I was in Italy, to bring my family in Italy because of language, Italian, and I don't want my children to start speaking Italian language. So the opportunity that I had was when I transferred myself to this place. Then I said, okay, this is an opportunity. This is a good opportunity. Let me bring my children here so that they will grow up with education in this UK. And that was principally the reason why I decided. It's because of the education that I decided to bring my children here so that they will get the correct education.
Okay. Okay. So when they arrived in the UK in 2019, who paid for everything?
I was one. I was one paying for everything. Even when she was in Nigeria, every year, I continued to send money for her birthday party. I'm talking about party. For her birthday, 1st of April, I always send money. She will organize party, do cake, friends, drink. Then every year, I have to send money to her to change her wardrobe and the children. Every year, she had to travel from Enugu to Onitsha. That's where she, in bulk, with her friend. She had somebody to accompany her. I always send her a lot of money every year to change wardrobe. She was living like wife of a governor.
Okay. Okay. So when she moved to the UK, when did you guys started having problem in the relationship?
Because of, I discovered that there was no respect anymore. And I'm being looked down upon. I was the one paying house rent, do everything, feeding everything. And yet I was looked down because I don't know.
Okay. So your children.
Sorry to cut in. When I was sleeping with her upstairs in the same bed, when I closed from work, come back to my house, sleeping with her on the bed, she will continue to disturb me. Hey, you are snoring. Hey, you are disturbing me. Every time, because of her, I always leave the bedroom. Then I continue to sleep in the parlor. This parlor. Where this is the parlor. This is where I was sleeping. Look at it here.
Yeah.
This is where I was sleeping. So in order to avoid problem, because I can't understand why after closing for work, the lady will be disturbing me that I'm snoring. In order to avoid snoring, then I started to sleep on a parlor. At times I sleep on the floor.
Okay. You mentioned before that your ex-wife was complaining that you were not making love to her. So
yes.
So tell us more about that.
The lady complained that I was not making. Then I told her, I remember when you came, I told you, we discussed that we have had enough. Let us find money to train these children, that they are no more producing any children anymore. 3 is enough. God has given us 3 boys and we thank God for that. Then they let us look for money and train these children.
So you feel that despite the fact that you told her you didn't want any more children, she was complaining about not having, not that you were not making love to her. Do you think that she was having an affair? She was cheating when she was in Nigeria?
100%. That's what I discovered later. When this problem started, then I started to make a wife, because I was, it's like I'm a foolish human being having trust on her. I trusted her, but she was cheating heavily. Even her younger sister confessed it to me that she was afraid that the children this lady bear for me, that she was afraid maybe when they did a DNA test, that maybe something will go wrong. But she was surprised that all the children passed through the DNA, that because that was what the sister told me face to face. I ignored the statement. I said, no, it doesn't concern, it doesn't matter. But as things continue to unfold, recently I started to recall what the sister told me, that she was afraid of her sister when she heard that the children had to go for DNA test. That this is the system that I'll catch her. But eventually she get through.
Okay. How do you feel knowing full well that Pastor Solomon, an Igbo man, he's one that he's probably having an affair with your wife, knowing full well that in Igbo culture that is an abomination for you to have an affair with a married woman?
Yeah, this is a pastor who claimed to be a pastor.
How do you feel?
This is a person who claimed to be a pastor. I confronted the man that you have no right whatsoever for this lady, for you to get a house for this lady, that you have no right for, that you're supposed to come to me, then we discuss. I'll tell you the other side of the story. But you never did. You listen to because you always come to your church. I'm a Catholic. I don't go to this.
Okay. So when you now found out that your wife was in her sister's place, when the police told you that your wife is safe, she's in her sister's place, when you reach out to your wife, what did she say to you?
No, I didn't call her. If I call her, she never picked my call. She blocked. Even if you continue to call 1 million times, she never picked the call, because the action she took, as far as I am concerned, it was in agreement with what they planned. The plan was hatched in Nigeria with their mother, with their sister. Even when I call her mother, if I, because the WhatsApp, I use WhatsApp, the neighbor's WhatsApp number to connect to the woman. The woman will reply, I don't have time for you.
So you mentioned that your property in Nigeria, everything was in Rosie's name, and now they've told you that if you near those property again, they're going to kill you. How does that make you feel?
No, not in the Rosie's name. In my name. The property is in my name. In my name. I have the documents here.
Okay. And who is stopping you now from claiming your properties?
Her mother, the younger sister.
Okay. So
they said that they will take me to do Calabar.
Okay. Do you think Rose would have behaved the way she behaved if she was still in Nigeria?
Because of economic purposes, she wouldn't have done so.
Do you think she ever loved you?
It is at last that I know that this lady is having what I can say cosmetic relationship with me. And not only that, I came from Europe, from Italy, and they were so poor. I was the one paying house rent for their mother for 9 good years. The lady in question, when she was living with her mother, she had no bed. I was one that sent money for her to build white cabin. What do you cabin bed? I don't know how white bed. I gave her money when telephone to get line in Nigeria was costing 35,000 naira. I gave her 35,000 to get a line.
Those days when phone first came out.
Yes, I gave her 35,000 naira to get a line, MTN.
Okay. So your 3 children now, she's turned them against you. They don't speak to you again.
This lady poisoned the minds of the children. It was like I'm a stranger to them because all of them were born in Nigeria. The only I just say 1 month or two, then I come back to Italy. When they came to this place, it was like that they were living with a stranger. They were just like, oh, is it, you know. In fact, I don't know how to describe it. So, so they always receive instruction for their mother.
You said you saw your son recently, and your son just walked past you like a stranger.
We almost jammed each other.
How did that make you feel?
I think it's one of those things. But it's one of those things. I would not go and hang myself because of what the behavior of the boy. You know, it was the indoctrination from the mother to the boy.
Do you?
And this boy was a boy I placed in the highest school at Enugu, the best school in Enugu. I was paying heavily. Then I have 2 teachers pay extra moral studies after school. Teachers will come and teach him at home.
Okay. So how do you feel now as a father, given everything that has happened? Do you have any regret for bringing your wife and your children to the UK, because your plan was for them to have a good life? The way things turn out now, how do you feel?
My brother, if there's a way, you know, to go back, you know, to play back, bringing these children to UK will be my last thought on earth. I will never think about that because the law here, you have no control over your children. You have no control over even your wife. To the extent where I'm sitting now to discuss with you, that the lady will come to in my front, put her hand in my front, 9 good times that I will deal with you. I will tell you that I'm from Calabar. Because she speaks Igbo. She will come here, you know. That's what she said. You know what it means that somebody puts hand for, you know, knocking her hand on the floor. You know what it means?
Yes. Do you think that she was coached? Who do you think influenced her?
To be frank with you, her younger sister, Cecilia.
Right, okay.
And this Cecilia was a lady I trained for 7 good years at University of Calabar. Pay her school fees when she came to do her master's here at Hope University. I was in Italy. I sent £2,000 from my account. The receipt, the bank transactions, everything. I still have the document.
Okay. So your children, I want you to speak directly to your children, because you and Rose, whether you like it or not, you guys have children together. I will always, as somebody with more than 12 years, 15 years experience of working in social work. I deal with a lot of things like this. I want you to make direct appeal to your children. I want to give you 30 seconds to speak to your children. Go on.
The children should know that I'm their father, that I never hit them, that their minds are being poisoned by this woman. That this woman called Rose is no more a member of my family. That the children are my property. They are my property. They are answering my name. They should bear that in mind.
Okay, that's fine. So for anyone, I'm sure somebody will learn a lesson from this man's story. He brought his children and wife to the UK in 2019. He had his children, they don't speak to him.
Sorry to cut in.
Go ahead.
This lady, Rose, her brother, the only brother she had, Simon was killed in 9th Mile. I was the one that paid for the ambulance from Enugu to Ogoja with full of people for funeral. I pay for the transport, pay for the food, everything. They buried the guy at Ogoja. After a few months, Mary, her younger sister, died at Port Harcourt. I was the one that sponsored the whole thing, brought the girl, sent the girl to Ogoja. Because
can I just ask you, what is your message to Pastor Solomon, who you suspect that is having an affair with your wife? What is your message to Pastor Solomon?
To be frank with you, I don't have any message with him, because my message is that let God judge.
Okay. All right. Guys, if you see any value in this content, don't forget to give it a like and share. We share stories to inform and educate on our audience. Hopefully somebody will learn from this video. Don't forget